When you writing a book, Dave?
I'm writing. I also have a book. You know, I have a book called Culture Vultures. Yeah,
what's it called?
It's called Culture Vultures. I did. Have you ever looked at the hip hop motivations that I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
So me and Kenyatta did a book, and it's already written. He wrote it. We done with it, and I'm also giving it out in different ways. So it's gonna be an auditory experience as well.
It's a series. The Fashion Game. Culture Vultures, the book. In business, Dame is a guy that's worn many hats.
Bar or a liquor store, order it. And if you order it from a distributor and they don't have it, you say it like 2 or 3 times, they're gonna call.
Right.
They just wanna know that if they buy the work, it's gonna move. So if they already have sales, a couple of cases sold, then they'll open up. So I could really be in any.
So damn, all you gotta do is go to a liquor store and just ask for it.
Yeah, but they gotta call. You gotta like, if you know the liquor store, be like, call the distributor. Let me see you call the distributor. Ask them right now.
What's the name? Who? What? They just
whatever distributor they mess with. There's so many different distributors, but like like a Southern or whatever. Damn, girl, you farted?
Damn, man.
Was that you?
No, that was from over there, man.
That's why your hip hop thing turning into Cheetos color. You got his Cheetos on.
Hey,
you got his.
You say Cheeto color.
This thing over here fighting Cheetos.
Over here, Cheeto.
You know what I'm saying?
We got questions on the live yet?
Wow, you had questions today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I told you I was going.
Somebody in the beginning asked if you believe in aliens. Damon.
Hell yeah, I believe in aliens. I believe that we must be aliens because I think like we're in because of our mentality and how unevolved we are as far as like violence and the way we treat each other. We're not ready to be with the rest of the galaxy society. So they put us in a place where it ain't nobody, almost like solitary confinement till we work out our mentality. But there's no possible way that there's billions of galaxies.
Right.
And there's not life form on any one of them but this one. And we've all been lucky enough to be born. I just don't see it. And there's a lot of things that I've read and people that I know that talk very intelligently about, alien life or life like the Anunnakis and the tall whites. Supposedly the government done found like 45 species. A lot of the technology that we have supposedly comes from alien. Come on, this dude, man, beat it. Fetch God. I believe that. I definitely believe there's some aliens, and the stories that I've heard are logical.
Right.
I think a lot of it would
like, why would we be the only ones?
It's impossible that we're the only ones. But also, there's a lot of things that have happened that just don't make too much sense. Like, why do we only have 10% of our brain? So one of the rumors is, or they say that we're inbred from like Anunnakis, and they only gave us 10% of our brain. You know what I'm saying?
Just to function down here on this planet.
I guess, or whatever. Like, if you have full capacity, like in the Bible, how they would be like people would live 2,000 years, like Moses or whatever.
Right.
That's because they were still supposed to be cut with that alien blood. You know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to be able to heal yourself with your mind. Like, I do believe that despite the fact that we only know how to use 10% of our brain, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. Right. So sometimes I blindly try to do tricks with my brain, which tend to work. Like, the whole life that I've lived, I've visualized it, and it's happened. You know what I'm saying? There are times that I'm sick and I'm like, I ain't gonna be sick, and I'm so confident about it that I don't be sick no more.
Imagination is a real reality, so that is reality.
I just believe your brain is very powerful, whether you know how to use it or not. It's like a car. Just because you don't know how to use everything in the car don't mean it don't work. Yeah. If you press a button by accident, ow, get out of here. You see me just mushing me? Why are y'all playing with me right now? What's going on? What's going on right now? Tails wagging. He's a clown. A Dusko. Come on, man.
Can I ask you some more questions?
Dr. Doolittle in here today, man. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Somebody said, are you nervous about doing your past? Like outliving your past? Like, I think what they mean is like outdoing what you've done before.
Oh, about doing what? Well, the thing is, all the dreams that I've realized were my young dreams.
Right.
So, running around the world, being on every runway in the planet, you know, going platinum, the women I've been able to be around. All those things happened fairly early in my life to where when I see it happening now, I'm bored with it. That's why I don't be outside no more. I'm like, I did this already and it's whack now, you know what I'm saying? So I've tried to create other dreams, but really the biggest dream is having a sustainable family,
Right.
happy children, a good woman, and them being happy. That's my ultimate dream, and that's what I'm living now. So I haven't ever lived that dream before. I'm out doing everything I've ever done by being able to take my kids to school and eat ice cream with them and do their homework with them and, you know, be there for them. My dream is to have a great family.
And still handle business at the same time.
Yeah, be able to still function.
Yeah.
And also, you know, losing Aaliyah really made me appreciate having a good woman and what love really was. So the crazy thing was when I was with Aaliyah, and after she passed, I was like, I'm never getting with a celebrity girl again. You know why? Because they're always on the road. You're never with them. You know, when I find someone I love, I ain't letting them go. I'm gonna make sure that my life is architected where they do everything with me and I do everything with them. And with Raquel, I got my dream. You know, someone that loves everything I love. When I win, she feels like she wins. Fine as hell. You know, doesn't make me want to run around with other girls. So I never have to lie. So we never have, because most relationships go sideways because you have to lie to your girl because of the reasons you're not there.
Right.
And they know you lying. You know they know you lying. And that just aggravates the shit out of a woman. You know, but when you can be honest with a woman, especially when you have nothing to lie about, life is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I got puppies, I got kids, I got my girl, which is my wife, I got my friends, I get to work with whoever I want to work with. I've realized my dreams are to live this life.
Yeah.
So that is my dream. You know what I'm saying? Now I just want to have kids with Raquel, you know, and really know how it feels to have a child with a woman that's on the same exact sheet of paper as you, because that's never happened for me.
Right.
And for us to just raise them together, you know, my dream is not to visit my children. That's the wackest shit in the world to me.
Yeah,
I gotta
I
visit
agree.
my kids. I want to raise my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
You never want to take them home. You always
and then also movies.
Yeah.
I be like today. My day was prepping my new television network, which is going to be about diabetes, and that's an announcement that'll happen soon. Editing Too Honorable, and then right after that, editing and talking about the same day The List. So I got 2 movies I'm editing and a television network, and then talking to my son's showrunners about his TV show, Growing Up Hip Hop.
Right.
And all of this is revolving around me and my talent.
Right.
It's like I'm a young cat because I'm doing new shit to me.
Right.
You know, even though I directed before, it was what I was doing in my peripheral vision.
Right.
You know, but now I can focus on my art. And I'm happy that my girl pushed me to do that, because she was like, I can't be with you making money off other people's artistic skills, and you can't make money off your own. I need to see you believe in yourself.
Right.
And that's the only way, she really said this, that's the only way I could be with you. And I was like, yeah. And she was with it. So the last money, like, you know, my last $1 million or $2 million that I had, you know, I'm like, yo, we could go buy a house in this ring, or I could go put it on my dreams, which will make us more money, but we might be, you know, out of pocket for a quick minute. She was like, do it. Not even a question. You know, even though, because I'm the kind of person that money don't mean nothing to me, experience means everything to me. So whether I got a lot of money or little,
doesn't mean it's experience that means more than the money.
Experience is the money. Being happy is no reason to have a bunch of money sitting and you ain't having no fun. I don't understand these dogs right now, man. Like all of a sudden, they just, Cookie, look at Cookie, put him on Cookie, be a tough.
Wow.
It's like every dog is just bugging right now. And you're all around me where the lights is at. Play something really scared. Look at your man. You ain't do a leg lift in the
Yo.
He ain't lift his leg. He ain't lift his leg. Yo, what sock? Yo, what, you ain't got no socks on?
Yo, I got socks. Yo, what's that all about? What's that all about, man? Yeah. Man, you
See, Gov ain't want none of that. I'm sorry. Cookie!
like they ate and went crazy.
Just happy. I've been going all day.
That's well.
I'm usually in the house. But Dusko is tripping. I think Dusko's hyped because of the whiskey's back. And big shout out to everybody in Harlem that's supporting. You know, I was looking at my man Fayback. You know, young Fayback's Snapchat. So much Dusko. You know, the support is real. You know, it's like Harlem is really like a family.
Right.
And we do feel like we're the elite, and you know, we want to win, and we do stick together. You get the cookie, ain't she ain't gonna bother cookie.
Yeah, hopefully that
Look, you ain't gonna bother cookie, it's a wrap.
that'll spread around the world. That type of family move.
Look, he's so mad right now. Yeah, you ain't gonna bother, cause he out here much with Cookie. Cookie's the regulator, she'll cut you. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nah, it's like hopefully that spreads around to other areas, man. Like,
Well, if you would go ask somebody to order in LA, and then Vegas is very exciting, you know, so we're gonna open up in Vegas. Big shout out to G5 and Larry and them, you know what I'm saying? So
how's that coming together?
it's great. So I'm saying the facility is dope. We're about to put the plants in, put the little babies in, and you know, this should be the first crop harvest in July, right when it's recreational. We rented out a whole hotel for $420, and we're gonna do a party there, you know, with man edibles and all that. And I like Vegas because there's no taxes in Vegas. You know, there's a lot going on. There isn't. You know,
Right.
and there's a lot of opportunity out there. You know, and it's only like a half hour to 45 minutes, depending on what kind of plane you're on, ride to get there, so you can be back and forth. If my kids weren't in LA, I'd probably be spending a lot of more time, the majority of my time in Vegas, just because.
Think you would live in Vegas? Good.
I mean, yeah, I could live anywhere as long as I got Rocky with me. Like, we lived in North Carolina, an hour and a half away from Charlotte, on the lake. So, like, Jay Black and them is out there, but they was an hour and a half away. So if you wanted to, you know, see me, it was about an hour, 2 hours drive.
Yeah.
We didn't see nobody. It was just me, her, and the dogs. We went on walks. I got my Ronnie Romance on like no other. We were, you know, we had our own little lakefront because lake was there.
Right.
Cooked every day. It's where I kind of learned how to live. So my point is, it don't matter where I'm at. As long as I'm with my girl, I'm good, and my kids. I don't need nobody. I'm good. I don't get like island fever, nothing.
To you, it doesn't slow down business or anything. It's like wherever you're at, you can do business.
I can do business from wherever I'm at. Yeah, for sure. But if I want to see some people, at least the business I'm doing, I need to, you know, I could take a plane. It's like before my lifestyle was my business. You understand what I'm saying? So more like my personal life. Like, to me, if your best friends are just the people you work with, just because that's, you know, it happens, it's human. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my social circle becomes the people I work with, then I go on vacation with the people everything is the people I work with. I'm not spending enough time with my family.
Right.
You know, and I think any business that takes you away from your family more than, like, you know, 50% of the time, 40% of the time, like some people, their business takes 90% of their life.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a loss to me. I don't care how much money you're putting up, and there's nothing excusing it. Like, oh, I gotta feed this, that, and the third. A child wants time with their parent. They don't give a fuck about the money.
They don't care.
They don't even care about that. You know what I'm saying?
You take your child to the park and
you don't need money to have fun with your kid.
Anything.
You know, you have more fun probably if you have some bread in your mind is in the right place. You can do the things, but if you don't, you can make a toy out of anything. We were just talking about my daughter Tallulah. Anywhere she's at, if there's a pen, crayon, anything, she's just gonna pick it up, start drawing. She's gonna occupy herself. Yep. Nothing better and more fun than reading a book with my kids.
Remember one time I had turn my car into the shop and I had like a transmission problem. This was like years ago when my daughters were young. And we just got on the bus and went to the mall and they loved it. That was the first time they been on the bus. I ain't been on the bus since I was a kid. But children, you don't have to really spend a lot of money to
you don't
be
spend
a
any
father.
money.
You don't have to spend anything.
Man, we went we went and painted, you know, what's the name of it?
Color Me Mine.
Color Me Mine.
Yeah, we painted that, and then across the street there was like a hobby shop.
Yeah.
And you know, we went in and there were like models, you know, the build models.
Yeah, the little trains.
And they had the Star Wars model for her age where there's no glue. And I'm talking about, we came home, next day she woke me up, Daddy, we gotta, you know, when we gonna put this together? She put it all together herself, you know, I was helping her. There's nothing more fun than that, man. It's nothing more fun than reading with your kid, playing a game with your child, drawing with your child, painting with your child. There's nothing more fun
Watching
than
them
that.
play, period.
Making your child laugh is way better than making some girl you don't know smile by giving her some bread, or taking or tricking on her, or getting some champagne or fronting, or any autograph I could ever sign, or anything. There's nothing more fun than raising and doing the simple things with your child. Getting ice cream, how excited ice cream can make your kid.
Absolutely.
And watching how elated they are. Just seeing your child naturally smile is priceless. Yeah. And if you don't have that in your life,
there's been
you're
days,
broke.
I'm telling you, man, there's been days like, even like when I first started in the hair game, I would just take my son to the toy store, didn't have a dime in my pocket to buy anything for him, just to see him walk around and play with stuff.
To window shop?
Yeah, he loved it. Yeah. Just being happy doing that, you know what I'm saying? This is in the, like when I was like 19, like in the early days. So. But he loved it, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't take money to be a father.
Nah, that's never an excuse.
Child support wise, you got to spend it, you know, send your child support in, but but if you want their time, man.
Yeah, the kid, that's for the mother.
You've
never seen a kid like your dad with child support. You know what I'm saying? That's the
What you think about those child support laws though, with like the payments? You think like the money thing needs to be like a certain amount that I mean, I think about the taxes.
I think if you're making a certain amount, you should be given a certain amount, not to think twice about it. You know, my thing is just, I think what should be regulated is they never say what the mother has to do with the money. They don't care what the mom does with the money. They be like, yo, that's her job. Whatever she want to do, she can do. So like I ain't even say that.
So like they don't spend it.
Like I might send some money over for my kid, and then their mom's going to like China or something, for something on that makes me tight. But if you have a couple $1 million a year, why not your kid? Like to me, it don't matter to me. The money going to my kid anyway, whether a judge tell me or not. That money's for my kid. I don't make money for nobody else but my kid. Like I ain't gonna never buy a car. My kids ain't in no. Yeah, that's my last name. But I'm gonna buy a car. My kid going to a fucked up school. Like if you got a luxury car and your kid go to public school, you should be ashamed of yourself. Or you got Gucci sneakers on, or you spending all this money and your kid got the worst education, or don't have the best child care, or don't have a tutor. None of that shit means anything to me. When I see people fronting like that, I be like, I hope they
see a lot of parents dress better than their kids. That's another one. Like all that shit is crazy. I'm
talking about like if you ain't got a nice house for your kid to go to.
Right.
If they can't get them piano lessons or whatever, you want your kid occupied. And I'd rather be a straight bum and my kid have everything he poses. I'm gonna be a bum. I ain't gonna have a car. I'll have beat up sneakers. My kid got to be, and it's not even all about fresh. It's just about making sure they're prepared to be adults, so that they know how to take care of their children.
Even with your woman.
Nah, my woman. I'd rather it goes to them before it go to me.
Yeah.
I get what's left.
Right.
And I'm cool. That's not even a question. That's a privilege.
I remember you told me one time, it's like it don't really cost much to be fresh. Like it doesn't take a lot of money to be fresh.
It don't cost no money. I get fresh with $100. You know what I'm saying? I might have a $100 outfit on right now.
$100.
Well, Boogie bought me these. My son bought me these sneakers. These socks is made in America, so they cost a couple dollars. These are the governor. Look, the governor walks up. Isn't he crazy? Look. As soon as I said it, this nigga is crazy. And champion shorts. I like to research to champion, but I never stopped.
Yeah.
And I'm this shirt with the print. This is Dash Motors, though. This is a company I had. Yeah. That I still have, but
Dash Motors still.
Well, I mean, my thing, I did it just to do it. So I did it for like 2-3 years.
Testing it out to see.
I do think the margin. It wasn't worth for me. The day-to-day, it's really hard. It's an industry I don't love, but it's a brand that I can build other things from. So now if I'm wearing something that say DD-Mo, it comes from a legit company.
Right.
I could do merch from it. I've done it. I could definitely say I sold motor oil, which is why I call myself a tycoon. You know what I'm saying?
Like prices change daily in motor oil. You found like that's like.
Well, it wasn't even about that. It's just think about it, man. It's not the most evolved industry. Let's just say the least.
Yeah.
Let's say the least. You're not dealing with brain surgeons. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's a lot of underhanded shit going on in that industry. But it's factories. We would take the factory. Boogie would throw raves in the factory. I'd have an art gallery in the factory. I look at things a little different, man. I do businesses for sport, for fun, for experience, to say I did it. So someone can't talk, tell me I did that too. I could tell you everything about it.
Right.
If an opportunity presents itself, my last name is Dash, which means life. So I'ma live.
Experience is priceless.
I'ma live. Living is priceless. That's why I try to stay in shape. That's why I try, because I'm 45, but I still feel 25. The experiences are new, so I still feel young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still having kids, so I still got to be crispy. I got to teach all my kids the same thing I taught all my kids. I got to box. We gotta play football. We gotta swim.
Right.
I gotta be cool. I gotta be able to protect them. You know, I gotta live. So I think health is important. I say health is wealth. Family is wealth. Love is wealth. Make sure you're a woman, man, dogs, all that.
What's up with what's the name, man? The international grizzly. You have different volumes of that, don't you?
Well, I've edited one, but I have infinity.
I remember back in the day you showed me a different one.
Yeah, I got one. I have a couple. Yeah, I got a couple. I guess bottom line is once I get everything set up, you know, Damon Dash Studios.
You got so much footage, man.
So much lifestyle footage. Damon Dash Studios is evolving. I'm learning it better,
right.
And every day I'm getting more subscribers. It's getting crazy actually, and you know, once I get the content on a schedule, then I'll be able to really launch. But right now, it's really more for people that are really following me direct. Right. But I do believe when I feel like pushing that button, all my companies are like that right now. You know, I didn't start them with a bunch of money because I'd be in debt, and then I have to compromise because I'm trying to pay bills.
Right.
And that always happens to me. I end up having to sell a company, half the company or more, lose control of it,
right.
And it doesn't end up mine to pass to my kids. That's because you put too much debt on the company, you know, and you gotta sacrifice to pay the bills. You gotta compromise. So for Dusco whiskey, yeah, you don't want a lot of debt on the company. You want to be lean.
Yeah.
So for Poppington, I'm about to really turn into a bigger, you know, approach it like a bigger business. So we're starting to put it on the calendar. You know, all these things, the movies. I just wanted everything set up before I really came outside. And until then, I got to establish my foundation and the way I wanted to architect my life moving forward, which is kids and women first, business second. Right. But I've worked hard. I've done some legendary things to be able to make that choice. So everyone that's young, now's the time to go kamikaze. Build for your future. What you have to think about as a 20 and a 25-year-old and as a teenager is, what do I want to look like at 40 or 45? I tell people all the time, like I told A$AP Rocky, yo, don't be a fat old A$AP Rocky. That's not going to look cool. You know, you got to maintain whatever you want to be. At 45, you should start planting that seed now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be acting like a younger version of yourself when you're 50 and you're still trying to pretend you're not because that's what everybody loves.
It's a clown situation. Right.
100. So you want to evolve, you want to be vintage, and you want to keep growing to be the person you want to look like when you're 40. That's what I was doing at 25 and 30. What do I want to look like at 40 and 45? How's that going to be? Because that's going to last way longer. Because youth goes like this.
Absolutely.
Because you're having so much fun young. You think it's going to last forever, but you blink your eye, and then you're the old man in the club
it's
instead
like
of the young.
After you turn 19, it's like it's off to
like remember when you was the young barber, and he was laughing at the other barber because he was giving shags and you could give a fade, and now you giving fades, but you can't.
Damn,
you can't do the new shit. You the old barber. You the old barber. You the old barber right now.
Hey, look how you put it.
You know, you try to cut my son here, you almost killed this. If it's not, if it ain't a shag, you in trouble. You know,
he said if it ain't a shag, you in trouble.
You know,
I knew you was gonna say something stupid.
You didn't know that. That ain't no stupid. But you gotta think about it. Imagine, like that's how I look. Like I remember laughing at the old man in the club. If I'd be in the club and somebody tell me they 40, I'd be like, "What you doing here?" Yeah. That's why I can't be here.
No disrespect, we used to call him Brown Isley. We like
right,
Brown Isley up in the spot.
There was a name now, you know what I'm saying? Now that you're 40, you like, man, fuck all that. I'm not doing that. I'm never gonna be the old man in the club in any situation. I always try to make myself the younger person or the person that has something, be around people where I can learn something from them, I can gain something from them. Got any other questions?
So you were asking if you're still with boxing management?
Nah. I quit that a long time ago. I love boxing too much to hate it. Because when you do business, you start to hate. You start to hate
the people, right?
The people with it, man. Listen, and that's another thing.
Behind the scenes people.
But like this, it's an industry full of people that used to box, so they all think they can fight. They all be trying to do something.
So no tough talk. The tough talk is not going to
listen, I had to end up like they be boxing. I don't give a fuck about that boxing shit. You know, that's Berto. You know what I'm saying? I would fight you. Like if I felt you compromised my integrity or something, man, I'm gonna need a fair one. That's just how I was feeling. And you know, a lot of that happens in boxing. You know what I'm saying? In the business of like you can invest money in money. And the thing about a boxer is You can invest $1 million in a boxer, he wins 10 fights. If he loses that 11th,
Right.
you got to start all over again.
Damn.
Now, if he wins that big fight and your contract's up, like it might be 1 or 2 years of a contract, 3 years, which is how long it takes to at least 3 or 4 years to get to a title, then they can walk away from you.
Wow.
So all the money you invested in them, it goes down the tube, and then you're leveraged. So a lot of that was happening, and then also, you care about your fighters. You don't want to never see nobody get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I saw a couple of my fighters, take L's that were like devastating, and it devastated me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot in that business. I'd rather just work out and know boxers and talk boxing.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, like the other day, Cam brought Sen over who've been training. So I love boxing. So we fight in the backyard. I hurt my shoulders.
Yeah.
I dressed them up, but then I had my son dress them up. That type of thing. But in the end time, my shoulders still hurt. I injured myself. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be a certain age and be wearing and tearing because the actual act doesn't hurt. It's the healing that hurts when you're older. Or anytime when you break something or you hurt something or whatever, that part is the part that you have to think about. And Rocky was mad, like that night, because she knew it meant she got to take care of me. So she had to ice my shoulders up still. I had to go get acupuncture the next day. She just knows it's a job to love me. Like she has to deal with my diabetes, my diet, my businesses, the luggage I got from my prior relationships.
Right.
If I wasn't such a catch, she'd be tight. If she ain't catch a whale, she'd be upset at me. Any other questions, gorgeous?
Says, as a CEO, how does it feel to be an artist?
I love it. But the only problem is, as an artist, when I see people that are supposed to be doing the administrative thing, I know when they're doing wrong. So I'll be like, yo, don't play with me. So even like I'm prepping a show at a network now, and I'm, the talent, but I'm knowing and I have concerns like an administrator. So I'm like, yo, I don't want to show up as an artist and then have to turn into an administrator, because when you're an artist, it's more about your emotion, it's what you feel, and you tend to overreact to things. So I know that if I'm in artist mode and I have to jump into business, I'm not going to be very pleasant on the business level, and I would prefer to stay happy as an artist. So I love being an artist. Thank you, Rocky, for making me embrace and confront my artistry without fear. Not worrying about being judged, because I don't do it for other people, I do it for myself.
Right.
And if I do, people like it, I love it, and if they don't, I don't give a fuck. You could love when people love you and not give a fuck when they don't. That's my whole motto. You love me, I love it. When you don't, I don't even acknowledge that you exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to be an artist, because you have to be judged, but you're emotional. It's crazy that you can't be a professional insecure artist, because
a professional insecure artist. You can't be a professional insecure artist.
You trying to hash that one out? You like that was another
You can't
good one?
be a professional insecure artist.
Even practice saying it. Right then and there, Rocky does that too, though. When I be talking, I say something.
Because I'm like,
I say some fly shit.
The way you just said
She
that.
start rehearsing it. The nigga rehearsed it, so when he say it, it sound like it came from him.
Hashtag that.
Yeah. Because you're gonna get judged. And if 1 million people love you and 10,000 hate you, whose voice you think is gonna be the loudest? The ones that hate you. So you have to learn to be like, I don't care. The people that love you usually don't speak on it so much.
You don't even read comments. I remember you telling me you don't.
Yeah, not really. Sometimes I do if I'm curious, but I laugh at him. If I catch you dissing me in my joint, you're getting blocked, because you ain't gonna come in my house and diss me. You know what I'm saying? It's just don't be here. Then change the channel.
Right.
But you're not gonna come out. But I don't care about the thing. Sometimes I may be curious, so I put something up. I'll look at the reaction. But most of the time I don't look.
Yeah.
But if there is something negative and I see it, you gotta get out my house. My page is my house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And why should you be on there anyway if you got
If you don't like me, then you only there to be, trying to give me negative energy. Get up out of here. Give somebody else that energy. Give it to yourself.
There's a lot of marks hiding behind their little avatars, man. So.
Yeah, that's all they are. They're skid mark.
Exactly.
Skid stain. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that.
Yo, this is Kenyatta with Hip Hop Motivation. First of all, I want to tell everybody out there, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to our YouTube page. And if you haven't liked, commented, or subscribed to our YouTube page, make sure you do so. Stay in tune. We have a lot more to come. Peace.
Deciding from thoughts of being sick and tired of something, starting something, or admiring something can be the emotions that fuel change. Because write this down. Emotion leads to passion, passion leads to action, and action leads to results. Word up. Question: what's the number one killer of dreams? If you said fear, you're wrong. Fear is on the list, but it's not the number one killer. The number one killer of dreams is comfort. The comfort of a good paying job or in an active relationship can seduce us for many years into the rhythm of accepting things without making any moves to change, further numbing us into a state of zombie-like passiveness. Write this down. Passiveness will cause your dreams to pass you by.
Dash thing. Nah, I don't want to chill out, bro. You know what I want to do? Believe in yourself. Build your own personal wealth. Then that becomes personal health. I think I'm rhyming. How about that?
Everything go down here. Just gotta, know what I mean, be a little smart.
I see you grooving right now. I was in my groove. Yeah. I started daydreaming. I started thinking about something.
I'm a musician.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to spend all kinds of money. I like the dollar, I like the euro, I like the pound, I like the franc pause, I like the yen.